Oh, hang on. Wassail, blessed by the best. I can't see any of the words. That's a bit better, but we're going blue with the light. Never had reactor lights before. Don't like them. So it's the Lunar Eclipse. Wassail. So we're gonna go with the Liffruma deck, which is available to buy now. Just go to liffruma.com and you can place your purchase order. Wassail, Atelier, Stardust, Wassail, Francesca, Anna. Wassail, Surrender to the Flow, Tarot. Did you get that book, 10% Human? I'm loving it. Anyone else before we begin? Wassail, Joanne Faulkner. I'm just letting you all arrive for the moment. It's fun. Wassail, Eve in the airport. Wassail, Sarah. I'm shuffling the deck under the table. It's quite hard. Yes, the Liffruma Healing Oracle deck. This one, you can buy it now. It comes in a little Hessian bag, which I don't have with me. I left it upstairs. Okay, so I'm going to ask everyone if someone has a copy of that book, 10% Human by Alana Collen, let us know and we'll see if we can get it to you. Maybe someone will donate it to you because it's a really interesting read. Wassail, Sister Moon. They should be arriving. It's very, very exciting. Kathy and Eve have been the postal slaves. They've been the post office workers. They've been sending them all out, all the packages. "10% Human, exactly. If we can find someone that has a copy and they let me know, we'll find a way to get it to you. That's what community's about. It would be really nice to do that. Right, it's not my decor. I'm staying with a friend. But this is a William Morris wallpaper. And she heard someone taking a group of tourists around the area because it's in the old town. It's very, very beautiful here. And they said that in this house they have original William Morris wallpaper, but it's not in this house. They still make this, but there is a house just further up the road and up the East Hill that actually does have genuine original William Morris wallpaper in it. Yes, I used to have a market stall at the place in Merton Abbey Mills, which was where William Morris printed all these fabrics and wallpapers. And they sell them in Liberty PLC in Regent Street-ish. Was where I had my first job, working in the beautiful department store that was all arts and crafts. It was very beautiful. I worked in the bathhouse. I feel like my shirt's a little bit too far open. But it does show my nice tattoo of the bird, but we don't need it that far open. Not for a lunar eclipse. It's about shadows, not revealing everything. So, beautiful people, I thought we would do a message from the sun, the earth, and the moon. I think we'll probably start with the moon. I don't know. But looking at the chart, so the eclipse happens in, what's the time now? 2:53. 4, 5, 2.5 hours, it will happen. And what's interesting, if you look at the chart, look at how the moon is over here, and almost everything else is all down this side in a great big lineup cluster. And here you'll see where I think the kite breaks. So something transforms. So, beautiful people, what should we begin with? I feel like maybe we do the sun, and then the earth, and then the moon all on its own. So, what do you think? Sun, moon, earth? Earth, moon, sun? Wassail, Lindby. Do I sun gaze? I do lie in it a lot. But I can sun glaze in these because but where I've been, the sun's been too fierce. In Ecuador, because you're on the equator, it's really fierce. Yeah, Everlong Mystic went to see Kathy and they packed everything up and posted it out to you. So thank you, Kathy and Eve. I went out this morning because I wanted to get the Alchemy of Astrology deck printed onto this plain card so that I could shuffle them a bit better. And every single printer I went to was bone idle and lazy and didn't want to help me. So still got the originals. I spent hours this morning preparing it. But I'm not bothered. So, what are we doing first? The sun, the mugger, oh, Wassail, Melissa Morton. So, sun, moon, or earth. I'm giving you options. Sun, moon, or earth. Sun, moon, or earth. Sun, moon, or earth. Sun, moon, or earth. We'd quite like Sunsteader to come out because that talks about Brother Mona, Sister Sonna, and Mother Earth. Sarah says the stuff, Sarah, Sarah, beginning with the earth, Mother Earth, Mother Earth. So, let me just calm down. I'm doing this now because I'm going to a birthday party, but it's at the time of the eclipse. And we're going down to the sea and we're going to light a fire and people are going to write. So yeah, this is interesting. So we'll just talk about this first. Wassail, Sister Moon. They're going to write things that they want to release to the eclipse, and they were going to burn them. And I said, you shouldn't really burn them because it's the wrong energies for this lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse is obviously sun in fixed earth, and then the moon is in Scorpio in fixed water. And so you need really to do any kind of ritual or ceremony, and they're not the best things to do at lunar eclipses, but if you want to, then I would suggest writing whatever you want to release in a water-based medium or chalk or something like that, and then dipping it into water and allowing what you've written to bleed away. That would be my advice. You can think about burning it, but the burning would link into the fact that the solar eclipse was in cardinal Aries, but it really should have been in Taurus. So I think you've got to be careful of fires. So, here we go. Liffruma, which you can buy at liffruma.com. Calm down. So, Liffruma. What would the earth like to express the message about this moment when its shadow falls across the face of the moon? Brother Moon, Mother Earth, Sister Summer. What does Mother Earth wish to share with us through Liffruma? What does Mother Earth wish to express with us through Liffruma? We have something, I can't see it, it's down between my legs. Oh, 411. Needle and Theo. Needle and Theo. So mending and a new beginning, because this is the first card. So needle, which is needle or to mend, the poem here is in the deepest, darkest depths of Nivelvellir, the craftiest, most magical elves hammer and forge at the tiniest personal, precious gift they can offer any soul, the eye hole of a needle. With this wondrous pointed pin, all the cuts and wounds inflicted through life might be stitched back together. The alchemy of precision healing and curing, mending all, correcting directions, and stemming pains with invisible seams. So the energy here isn't just about the chance to release and move, but it's also, this is a very physical presence card. So it's like the earth, the earth, is giving you the opportunity to witness things being released. And I say witness because sometimes within eclipse frequencies, we have to be wary of just how much we try to nudge and how much we accept is the truth of things rising up within us for us to witness passing, so that a new beginning can start. An eclipse, this one particularly, with the moon being in Scorpio, it's very much an energy of transformation and rebirth in some way. So here is Theo, because I think this new chapter is going to require you to kind of witness your understanding of this poem. So we have wealth or livestock. Theo. Captured form festers, held static, possessed. Hemmed in, penned in, rammed and wrecked. Atoms wrestle, molecules jostle, whims of wealth wilt and melt and die back. This cluster clings, that cluster crawls, and another claims greater importance than all. What does wealth conquer? Okay, so much of the poetry on this card is intended to sort of nudge you to consider the messages that you find important within the words. So I'm going to go to the beautiful ceramic runes, and I'm going to get one for each of them. I love the noise. Oh, it would be a tricky one. It's leaf. I find these long branch, short twigged ones confusing unless I see the background of the card as help. But this is leaf. This is about unfurling. unfurling into the mending. So there's something in this Wassail, Olga. Olga's up Snowdonia, everyone. She's doing a residency there. And if you're in the area, she will give me the dates, but you could go and see her work and you could go and meet Olga. I don't know whether Olga really wants that, but I just put it out there for her. So yes, she's up Snowdonia and she's wowed by the energy of the quartz in the rock up the mountain and all of the beautiful springtime blossoming around her. Sorry, you could tell everyone that yourself, Olga. But so you could let people know, because there will be people nearby who could come and see your... Is it on the 17th? Is that the date you said? Please say it is, and then I can kind of give myself a fist bump for remembering. So yes, anyone in the area can go up Snowdonia and go and see Olga's work. So yes, unfurling a healing. So what I wanted to say about that was... Oh, that's interesting, Kathy, because I started picking up CERN in Peru, actually in Lima. And I got this sense that it's opening all the portals and all the doors. Wassail Sigi Munch. So this is about witnessing a mending. This is not really about stitching a mending. This is about seeing the mending that ought to be opening. Oh, let's see, it is the 17th at 7, 177. And it's in Oriel Bromdown Danwich Plus. I'm not very good at Welsh. I'm learning to say the Brecon Beacons in their new way. So witness the possible mending that you're ready for. Don't nudge. This really is about not nudging, but having some kind of slow witness to acceptance. Wassail Steph. So we need another ceramic. Look, 47, hard to see, might be holding it upside down. It looks so weird. And the next one is Leafshade, which is 48. So unfurling, witness the unfurling, and that's a kind of upward frequency motion. And then as you turn into May, suddenly that energy is going to open out and comfort you, cradle you, love you. It's like there's, you see on this one, this is a short twig and that's a long branch at the top. You need to, this short twig is the budding point at which you grow your healing, your mending, what you needle in, and then it will change direction. Let me hold them like that. So you can see this upward coming down, but when you come down, it's an energy of the Vorda. And the Vorda is, it's kind of like the manifestation of the spirit of time, but it's linked to your biome. It's the bacteria. It's like the bacteria are the thing that come into harmony with you, but the bacteria are also the thing that hold us in linear time somehow. So, beginning to fix and mend ourselves for a new future pathway. I don't want to say starting a new chapter. I actually want to say starting a new book. So what else is the... that's why I'm seeing the Vorva. So the Vorva connect you not just to linear time, but to the earth. They connect you to your body. This is a time to come into your body, into your biome, into your bacteria, and find new frequencies. Yeah, physical experiences at the beginning, exactly. So what else, Mother Earth? Got another one down here on the floor, on the... Bingo, ding, 13. Whenever we see a 13, oh, interesting. 4-1, let the mending happen, come back down, reverse it, peace slips away, and suddenly you find yourself at one with yourself. So 4-1-1-1-3, which is 7, 8, 9, 10 completion and a new beginning. Time for a new book, people. So the magical 13th rune of the mystical you. Consciousness hooked in and plugged in to the seat of your soul. To be life on earth, seeded and eternal. The inner wood of the yew may rot, yet fortifying from within, a new stem plumps the trunk back up. Ancient witness of hidden sacred wisdom. Past lives clinging and calling. Old visions seen anew. Deep wonders awoken. Lessons learned. So it's really interesting. It's almost like this frequency here now in this eclipse tunnel. To mend, you have to fix your future. The past is done with. You're fixing your future. That's in that reading with the Great Attractor. It's this notion that as the ancient galaxies where life has always been functioning and blooming and blossoming collide, the living beings or spaces in that place are going to transfer to here. This space is not ready for them yet, but they are here in the future. So they know they're coming here. But it's at this point now, this point in time, that the preparations begin for that moment. So you're almost, by seeding, healing, needling, mending now into your space in the Mother Earth, you're almost filling the Earth space, this galaxy, with a pinpoint anchor to allow you all these amazing future incarnations that are yet to come, some of which you have already lived. Time is soupy. So, let's have. Just want to say how magical the runes are. You might notice that this is a 1313 frequency. Hope you're all clapping at that point. It can't be more obvious. This ceramic set has a habit of copying runes to get the strength of the message. What's the strength of the message? You. Healed. You. Everything plumped back up. So the important energy in this eclipse tunnel is you. You in your life. You healed. And I know that they always say healing is never done. It isn't ever done, but it does reach plateaus when you stop all of your spiritual endeavors and live. Because we're not here to be spiritually... we're not here to reach this spiritual oneness with everything. We need to understand it, but that's what we are when we're not incarnated in the physical. That is what we are. We come down here to live a life, to sort of work our way through difficulties, experience things, grow, create anchors in the physical world, so that in the future, when we are in a much greater healed state, we can live the most beautiful lives. But we have to live our life as beautifully as we can create it now. And then when something else rises for a healing, then get all spiritual again. But really try and live a life. So that's the beginning. Now we're going to go to for moderate. Now we're going to go to the Alchemy of Astrology. I am paying attention. Excellent. Wassail, Leah Dixon. Wassail, Muzzy Gigi. There's a lot of quantum stuff in this deck. It's very cerny. Maybe we need to discern our gateways. I do get this sense that when we go in the Annus Geminis, I talk about the doors being opened by the first part of the eclipse, going through the tunnel, seeing all the columns, meeting someone in the middle, going through another 6 columns, and then getting to the doors at the end, passing through them, and then closing. For some reason, these doors don't close. And actually, in ancient Rome, they opened the doors at times of battle and closed them when they were at peace. And actually, they were open most of the time. So I think the doors close later. I think for some reason, and I don't know why, they're staying open. So what have we got here? Hermea. Oh, look, can we just say, look. 13, 13, 13. Now, tell me that's not powerful. 13, 13, 13. A triple 13. So we have here, oh my God, no. It's a quadruple 13. Inspired creativity, earthed in. This is 13 as well, isn't it? 4 13s. Wassail, Kirsty. Oh, I love that energy. So Hermea takes 284 years. That's not a 13 though. Takes 284 years. So this has got something to do with social art. So that's exactly what Wassail's a lonely snowflake. This is the door to the soul. It's also fecundity, which is a word I absolutely love. But it's social art, and that's what Olga's doing at the moment. She's doing this residential course to do things with people in the local areas, I believe. I might be making that up, Olga. Wassail, Robin, Selcom. And then we have Opicus, the bolt from the blue. There's something coming, something good. It'll be great. Something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. So yeah, it's coming from the west side story. This is the resurrection energy. This is, the thing is, I'm getting like a slowing down of time. So they're talking about this 13, 13, 13, 13 as being you go out the doors and the energy of this eclipse will stay with you. It will keep rising. It will keep rising for 3 months, and then it will start to drop for 3 months, and then boom, there's another eclipse in October. New tunnel. So this is Asclepius. Asclepius holds Ophiuchus in the constellations. Asclepius was a great healer, and during the time of Asclepius, no one died. And Hades, Pluto, which is where the moon is in this eclipse, and it is the last chance. Oh, this is interesting. This is like a reversal of the story. So, because no one was dying, Hades or Pluto got a little bit grumpy with everyone because he wasn't getting all these dead bodies that he's used to getting. I'm seeing coins in the mouth, paying for your ride to the underworld. So there's something here that's going back into that energy of what does wealth conquer. Especially that notion of you can't take anything into the afterlife, even though you need to pay your way somehow. So Hades got grumpy, Pluto got grumpy, and told Zeus or Jupiter, kill Asclepius because I want my dead bodies. And that's to do with a kind of contract that we've all made, where our consciousness comes in, but our body and our biome belongs to the earth, and it has to return to the earth. It's the Earth Grab card. So this is the opportunity for something that's coming, something you can't see, you can't imagine, you can't dream. It's the bolt from the blue, it's the flash of something new coming into you. And it's almost like this cosmic serpent comes down, and when it licks the earth, it's the touch paper. So we'll get some more alchemy of astrology. There we go. So here we have aquavita, which is alcohol, and here we have Leo, fixed fire. So there's something in this energy of correction of false remedy. So it's like shortly before the bolt from the blue rains down on you, you will have some kind of emotional, it feels like a kind of like rapids or torrent, like a quickening energy, before it suddenly kind of trips and changes direction. Because this is the energy of the spiritual cul-de-sac. Whatever we've been doing previously, this bolt from the blue with Hamea's in Libra, is bringing in, that's interesting, there's charisma here. So this is the new charisma, this is the old charisma, this is like a personality change. Oh, that's very interesting, because actually your biome can change your personality. That's what 10% humans telling me. There's a shift. There's an energy of having to digest. I almost want to say you have digested. You digested a whole philosophy of emotions, of understandings, and this bolt from the blue is almost like removing a sickness. And it isn't that you're sick now, that's not what I mean. It's that you're removing things wired into your body and your biome that don't suit the frequency of where we're heading. So we go back to Liffruma, which is on sale now. Woo! You can buy a deck. Yes, illusions dissolved. And it is that energy. Remember, these things are not fast. Neptune, king of delusions, is in Pisces, but will in a year and a half, I think it is, we'll move into 0 degrees of Aries. And that's the beginning of the zodiac. It's a whole new reset that's happening now for the next 2 years. Everything will change around you. The best thing to do at the moment is work your way into changing your philosophies, noticing the spiritual cul-de-sacs, the false remedies that we have that are not helping us, so that as the world transforms, we're in a much more non-judgmental state to deal with the transformation of the earth. So, there it is, Liefschade. That's where we're going. We're going to a space where we cradle our body, we cradle our biome, and therefore we cradle our place on the earth, and then the earth cradles us back, symbiotically being one with our place, our space, and everyone else, but understanding our own individual needs in that kind of Aryan energy. Sorry, I'm just going to pull a... Oh no, I've got 2 more cards down here. So, gutted, mate, gutted. I have been gutted. This is an energy... Hang on, what's the number on this one? This is a 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 12. It's almost, this is saying this 12, 12 frequency. Oh, hang on. This 12, 12 frequency has almost reached its peak, and it has to be gutted. You have to recognize that certain things need to be transformed and changed. That's interesting. I'm just looking at that and thinking, I might have drawn it wrong. I have to check that one. But that's interesting because it's a false remedy, a false belief, a spiritual cul-de-sac. So it's like reviewing, noticing things that need resolving. And that's what this eclipse, the earth is giving you the chance to resolve issues and connect with, I don't want to call it a new earth because that's full of too many weighted semantic difficulties, but a new earth book that's being opened. And then we have Yana, which is a wonderful energy. And this is a 14, which is a 5. And then that's at the beginning and the end of the message. 5, 5. So that's the date today. And here, this is all about weaving and binding and twisting to bind ourselves to the new stories that the entire cosmos is ringing with as we move forwards now. So, that's the Earth. Where are we going next? Sister Sun or Brother Moon? They're the other way around in Norse mythology, and I think that's interesting in terms of thinking about things differently, in terms of gendering. Because ultimately nothing's gendered really, but we have to in the physical space because men can't make babies in life, whereas women can. And that's magic. It's interesting that when I go into the sea, when I step into the sea, I always think I'm stepping into the cosmic lagoon. And actually, when I go in, what is the spiritual cul-de-sac? Wassail, Colton, Wollstone. It's when you've been following pathways, stories, beliefs that have actually led you to a cul-de-sac. So a cul-de-sac is a road that doesn't have an exit. And so sometimes we go on a spiritual journey and we actually find it takes us nowhere, it gets us stuck. And so we have to learn to turn around and actually bring in new spiritual ideas, new beliefs, new thought processes, new healings, so that we can actually walk in a new direction. So that's a spiritual cul-de-sac. So when I step into the sea, I always imagine that the sea is the cosmic lagoon. And whenever I step in the sea, the whole energy of the world around me changes, and the sun changes from masculine to feminine and the moon from feminine to masculine. Because I think all energetic cosmic frequencies are trying to tell us they're all things. So, are we doing the sun or the moon next? It's also interesting, Zanoni, because when I step in the sea, the sun changes, the sun softens. When it becomes sister sun, it's a much lighter frequency. It's softer. It's more like a kind of a straw color than a flame yellow. And it also, the air is always thicker, denser somehow. So, sorry, I was asking what I'm doing next, and you might have been saying and I wasn't noticing. Sun or moon, bye bye, Missy G. I know it's in the Zeg. Sun or the moon, sun or moon, sun or moon, sun. Sister Moon says the sun. So I'm going with that because it's Sister Moon and she's flipping around to the Sister Sun. So, I just want to say that a card fell, which is weird for me, while I was asking, and that is all the runes are ready to speak to you because you can buy Liffruma online at liffruma.com. So, here we go, here we go, here we go. Sister Sonna. What do you want to share, Sister Sonna? Remember, she's positioned to cast the shadow of the earth across the face of Brother Moon. Sister Sonna. Sister Sonna. What's your message, please, from Liffruma to everyone? What message do you have for us? She's saying transform again, look. 44. This, I know it says cosmic doubt and ulcer, but this is, that's our default setting. When the sun offers us huge opportunities to have a transformation, we have a fear. It's almost like fearing the vastness of the All Rune. All the magic is on offer. All the magic is on offer. All the doors are on offer. This is a moment to transform. So I'm going to read you the poem. Candle and Condle, Hod and Baldur. So they're the macro and the micro. Hod being the darkness and Baldur being the light. So Candle and Condle, Hod and Baldur, the macro, the micro, two locks on one door, two flames, not the same, but lit from one match. Our fears show and ulcers grow. Trust the aether like you fears not sincere. We hide inside the burning doubt and ought to shout but don't. Treasures of others inspire covetous desires. Those avaricious bounties are pain's reins pulling at our bridled lives. Stop chomping at the wrong bit. The cosmic well has gifts echoed only in your name if you will just unlock. This is going into that Theo energy from the first two cards that came out. That notion of it's suggesting that we understand how we're moving from the Saturn and Jupiter conjunctions every 20 years that were for 200 years during the Industrial Revolution, all in earth signs, sort of amplifying, bringing that steroid energy to physical accumulation. And this is now time to light our phoenix and understand that we're now in the next 200 years where we're moving in air epoch. So there's different values on how we move forwards, and that's why the world's transforming so much. Yes, Persephone and Hades. Well, and they are very key to this because Ceres is Persephone's mother, Demeter, and she's been reprogramming the earth and everything. So what else, please, Sister Sonna? Sister Sonna, Sister Sonna. What message do you have? We have another one down here. So this is Kanatha. This is all the fixed, bloody and disturbing frequencies which we've been experiencing during Earth. This is the first of the keys. But this is interesting. This is about taking out the old key, taking away the first key, to make room in the lock to unlock the door yourself. It's almost like the door's been shut and locked because there's so many traditions. Nothing is forever. Forge room for a new cosmic tune. So let's get a couple of ceramics. Couple of ceramics. First one. Oh, this one's loving coming out at the moment. So this is 36, the Egelshamir. So this is the lock. This is the lock, the old lock. And it's multiplicitous. So it's not just the lock of the greater cosmos, but when the cosmos transforms energy, it filters down into our galaxy, our planets, planet Earth, and it's something to do with the sun being the key to the transformation. It receives the message first and radiates it out to everything else, and it goes right down into your cells. So on a cellular level, it's time to take the key out of every lock. Ah! Here's the other key. You get the new key. You take out the old key and then the lock is open for the new key. The sun is creating the new key. I think that the sun at the moment always giving me this very strong message. It's almost like this that needs to come out. That was when your mother birthed you. That was when you were given your seed. You were created. A mother absorbed pain to create life. And that is your birth chart. And you're told it's fixed. But as you move through life, you can transform everything about your existence. You don't have to stay stuck in your birth chart frequency. Take the key out, drop the birth chart, and go in search of your new birth chart when you decide that you are ready to walk through the threshold of some kind of healing and accept that you are absorbing or have absorbed all of your pain to give yourself a new opportunity. Amazing. So this is 7171. You see, I'm thinking that's got something to do with the 1st of July, but I don't know why. Wassail, David. So blood scented as in changing your choice. Oh, I'm fiddling around in that. I need more Liffruma runes. We've only got 2. Wassail, get nailed. Anwheeler. So again, this is, the sun is saying it's time to move your life force. It's time to move, shift your solar chart. Maybe you might want to look at your progress charts, but there's something about you finding, waiting, witnessing, understanding the moment when you want to begin again. When you want to say, feeling healed. Like I've been saying, I feel so healed. I feel so chilled at the moment. Less stressed than I've ever felt. All kinds of things about my body and biome are still transitioning, but my psychological consciousness part just feels so calm and so healed and so at ease and so loving. So this is like, I want to say it's the moment between your birth chart and your new chart. It's all the life, and you need to stop the wheel. And there's a lovely line in this. Strike the death knell history bell and blast out the past. You can keep traumatizing yourself with your life to this point, or you can get rid of it. Move in search of your new key. So, let's get a rune. I put that in between, but let's get a rune on Anwheeler. Begin again, Björk. Begin again. We all are entitled to a new lock, a new key, and a chance to begin over. Whatever bothers you, let it pass, begin again. One more. Well, it might not be one. We'll see. Liffruma knows best. I would just say that to anyone getting a deck. Liffruma knows best. Don't fight the runes, because they'll always win. And because they always want to envelop you in a love. I think that's Björk. Oh no, it's not his house. Begin again and restore your health to your body and your biome, your consciousness in balance with all that you will be. Beautiful energy. Idun's apples of youth keep Odin's kin vital. Very strong messages at the moment about how we're all holobiomes. 10% Human by Alana Collen. Collen? C-O-L-L-E-N. It's a great book. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, look. 12. This is the energy for me of being open, all your body cells, all the physical cells, being open to radiate magic. and that is health. Come back to your health and live a life. The sun wants you to bring your life force forwards and live a life. Yeah, it does, Steph. I really think it does. I can, I can try and be resistant to it, but you can't. It will win by reading. This is like a magic spell book, this deck. All of the pages are separate, but each page has a story, multiple layers of stories, and you shuffle it and the deck will deliver the pages of your story for you to understand and comprehend. I think it's a really magical deck. I believe I believe 129% in this deck. Yes, 10% human. It's a great book. And if anyone wants to buy a copy and donate it to In the Flow Tarot, who can't afford it at the moment, but I really would like a copy there, let me know. So, we're going to the Alchemy of Astrology deck. Yes, of course it's available elsewhere too. I have the audiobook version because I like to shut my eyes and listen to things. It was reading some very interesting statistics to me, but I won't bore you with them now. So, that's interesting. Amassing density. The sun is transforming our body biome relationship, and it's amassing some kind of energetic congelation, a thickening. That's like the thickening of the air I talked about earlier, but it's also cooling down. And I want to say it's somehow the new energy is having some kind of effect or transformation on a consciousness that we have, or a distortion of our consciousness around our physical beings. That's the energy that I'm getting here. Oh, that was a bit of a big spillage, and I was trying to read something and it vanished. Oh, Black Beauty Courgette. So for anyone that doesn't know, I don't know now suddenly, zucchini is the other word for a courgette. For us British English speakers, we call them courgettes. Because we love a bit of French. So what else? Sister Sun. What's all this? Taurus, fixed earth, amassing density, a transformation in our sense of body consciousness, congelation, a thickening, a crystallizing, a kind of energy of practicality within ourselves, as if we've stopped fighting. Here we go, look, 5-5. That's the date. Quicksilver, mutable modality. So, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. A restless fluidity. You can't stop this moment. This is the herald of change. Open your mind, open your spirit to fluidity and flexibility. And then, because remember, with these 12 columns we've been working on, we've been going for an outer body experience, and at night, our biome's fixing our body. And we're being brought into some kind of new amassed density. And then with 55, we've then got 77, the Philosopher's Stone. So this is your core truth, and it's mutable water, house 12. Pisces is a growing signature of the year at the moment, along with Aquarius. 2020 was a vast Capricorn signature of the year. Very restrictive, very government making decisions. And as we're moving through the next few years, Aquarius and Pisces and Aries are growing, but Aries is where it's all going to be at. This idea of us all moving into our own individual truths. This is all the elements to be alchemized. The omnipresent philosophical matter. This is about transformation. This new key is new spiritual thinking coming to us so that we can lock into our new congelation of density, this amassed, the body transforming. And this is also the sea womb. And the sea womb is now, for me, a sense of the Milky Way almost, and what's behind the Milky Way that comes through energetically. I never knew that before, but there we go. And then I have, interesting, Moon in Aries. So that energy of the emotions being Aries. And I just said Aries is where it's at. The age of heroes is what's growing. And it will become the dominant signature of the year 2027 or 2028. Oh, I can tell you actually. Let me just pull up, if I can find them quickly. I've got a series of the signatures of the year which might help to explain this. So where's the one when, right, so look, this was 2020. Look at how many planets were spending time in Capricorn. It was massive. So it dominated all the other frequencies. And then, hang on, let's find the one when Aries takes over. Well, it kind of begins 2025 with a kind of Pisces and Aquarius, as I said, and Aries. And then by 2026, it's all about the individual. It's not this age of Aquarius energy where one solution fits all. It's the growing understanding that we all have an individual solution that fits into the collective. Because if we're all allowed to be in our own frequencies, the whole world would get on because we'd stop judging each other. So that's what this is talking about, this movement towards a kind of individualism, Philosopher's Stone, that brings us into that collective. And it ends with Salt. Salt saying, this fixed modality, this is what we're, magical materialization that takes place. The conqueror, we will all conquer ourselves. So I'm going to have a Liffruma at the end. What's that app? It's I think it's Astrology, signature of the year. And then on the next page of each one, they show you all of the planets. It's a really good way of understanding what will dominate in the course of a year energetically. And I love a pie chart. So, one last Liffruma for Sister Sun. So it's almost like Sister Sun is telling you yeah, focus on the next 6 months, but I've got this much bigger plan that I've been told about from the Great Attractor that's all shifting into place. I have to keep an eye on the time as well, because I've got to go down to the beach for a party. I'm home. Oh, look, here it is. Here's the grip of the earth that I talked about. So this is the energy of the earth receiving energetic signatures and transforming from inside the core of the earth and it resonating back out. But it talks about this, your body, your biome, all belongs to the earth. And then we've got Dej. And this is really just saying at the very end that we have to purge the lack of respect we have for our bodies, the lack of respect we have for our biome. Look, we all spend every day applying so many chemicals and to our skin, washing, bathing, showering, and we're washing off good bacteria. We need to find ways to apply less so that we start to hear our biome talking, or the biome will treat you like a zombie and it will make you do things. So let's get, I've lost them. Olga, where did you leave your... Right, so let's get 2 more runes from Daniela's deck of ceramics. Bag of ceramic stones. Oh, look. So this is Malta. I got to check that one. Having a blank face. Oh, look what's on the bottom, 77. I'm sure it will come out later. Yeah, that is, it's calc. Anchoring. You got to put your anchors into the earth. You've got to, not your anchors. You've got to put your consciousness into the earth, not just the seat of your soul. The next journey is to ground yourself in a way, put your anchors into the center, the very core of the earth, because you're anchoring your purged futures. The energy's coming towards you of future lives. That's what's coming through again. All these blissful, wonderful, loving lives that you will lead in this galaxy as all the ancient beings shift towards here. You've got to set your own future lives up as well as your future life now. So one more for Dej. So that is your future lives. This is the sleepy stores. This is Gar. And it's interesting, we had the 2 keys. The 2 keys, and then you have the future is the keys in the lock. You need both to make your future lives. It's like it's almost like having this and bringing these 2 together to create this energy, the sleepy stores in which all of your future lives will flow down to you. But you've got to anchor this now moment. You've got to put the energy into, take all your best ideas and filter them down so that they can come out. The more you pack into the eye hole of your needle, the more expansive everything will be on the other side and the more blissful. So we've just got Brodemona to do last of all. It's exciting. Let me just put them all back. Talk among yourselves. Anyone British might know that tune. Boo, boo, boo. Yay! It's Vision On, it was a gallery. Bum ba dum ba dum ba doo 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 doo. We are sorry, but we cannot return any of your paintings, but there is a prize for all that are shown. Wassail, Steve Murley. I haven't seen you in town yet, Steve. I'm sure it will happen accidentally. Met loads of people in St Leonard's today. I saw Roma, whose birthday is today, and I'm bumped into Daniela, who I'd been staying with. She was having lunch with her son, so I sat with them. Roma was inside celebrating her birthday with all her psychic friends that I knew. So it's been a very busy day today, and I'm going out to another party later. Wassail, Rita Golden. So, broader moon, Wassail, Lana Scott Lighthouse. You could have been here ages, but I've only just seen your name. So, Brother Moon, you're at the tuning end. You're on the opposition side. You're receiving the shadow of the earth. What are you up to, and what do you want to share with us? What do you want to share with us? I would do it up, but it gets a little bit tight. So, it's Munin here. Yeah, me too. I always get excited by these moments. The yellow pillow. Oh, that's over there. Mustard yellow. That's the sun. This is the moon, and that's Brother Earth. Oh, actually, the green one can be Mother Earth. So Brother Earth then, but never mind. Brother Moona. There's a bit of a large spillage. It's gone all the way underneath the table. Oh. It's sigil. It's the sun. It's like I can't see it. It's really far away. And then there's 3 more, but I'm not gonna open them yet because I want to get a ceramic on the sigil or seal, because this little sign here, this used to be a Y before it became a Z and a J. So it should be seal, or they think. So, I'm going to read you sigil. This is the sun, or life force. Maker of all things, force of warmth, melting ice to release physical existence, imbued with being, the life-creating light that shines and shifts. This nomadic force fights to remain in flux, fluid and flowing. To step with the sun is to sail the cosmic sea and be as light and alive as a precious jewel pinned upon the rolling sky above. So, firstly, I'm getting the energy of us all being a precious jewel, but us all being a star within the Milky Way. We are that illuminates and watches our own progress on a higher cosmic level. And then I was also getting this nomadic force fights to remain in flux, fluid and flowing. That's this energy of the moon encouraging you much more than anything else because of the pattern of it going around the earth. It's encouraging you to shift your sigil. Shift your bloody sigil, people. Yes, it is. I've given them all their Anglo-Saxon names and not their Germanic or Proto-Germanic names. So I've allowed them because when the runes came, Lana, to Britain, it wasn't Britain then, they transformed them and they created additional runes to suit the language that the runes were trying to capture. So, oh, and here it is. I said it would turn up before the end. Hemfereld. So, harm, if you want to say it as harm. Harm is home. Fereld is the old German, Anglo-Saxon, Old English word for to travel home. So this is the last card in the deck. This has been following us all the way through the eclipse tunnel. It's time to bring your sigil to the now. It's time to rewrite your birth chart in the now. Lose the old one. So that's 77. Oh, and it's 777. 16 is 7, and this is 77. End game. So let's see what the next part of the story is. 19. Horse, move. Move your life force. Move your life force. Yes, that is also true that 2023 is a 7. Oh, and here we have waken, waken, waken. Waken to your now. Anchor your life force now. That's the energy of the moon. Day slides to night and back to day as we slumber and glide through clouds of grey. Wake up. So much room for yawning, sprawling, gloomy, slow, pointless, lifeless moments in time we call living. Wake up. Fall down and stumble. Trip yourself up and look around. Wake up. Smash your way out of the illusion and wake up. See the soft rays of the sun that shine on the living Midgard. Awaken. There's a real sense of, it's almost like during the shadow of this eclipse, the moon can only see the earth's shadow and the earth. It's like it loses that moment, and then from nowhere the sun reappears. Our life force moves and you awaken. Move your life force and awaken. And look, then we have 66. 6966. This is bringing yourself back into a newly awakened world, but it's only awakened by your consciousness connecting into your physical. 666, that's that real energy of being at one with the natural world. I did get this message the other day. It's wakened, not waken, wakened. It's that energy of that card. I think it's 46. An animal is going to look you really hard in the eyes and give you a message. That's something which is coming. Within 6 cycles of the moon, it might be a horse. I'm not saying it will be, but it may be a horse. Might look you in the eyes and just go, watching you, because I'm meant to see you and you're meant to see me. Whatever animal it is, connect with them and try and remember the life you led being that animal, or the life you will lead being that animal. Yes, I believe that's so, Lana. I think that there are a lot of people who are receiving energy from exactly the same channel out there. This is a divine animism moment that's coming. Yeah, I can imagine the holy cow or Thumbler. She licks the salt rime in the Gununga Gap where the hermaphrodite giant Ymir existed, and she feeds him milk from her udder, and then he births things from his armpits and from between his legs, and then she uncovers the giants that are the grandparents of the gods. So let's get a little Rune on horse. Move your life force, of course, horse. So here we have Liffruma. This is a divine moment. This is the rune Liffruma. Oh, fabulous, Steph. You got the... Yes, no, I saw it. I haven't replied to you yet, though. So this is a divine movement. So this is a 13 frequency again. So the moon's got its own 13 frequency, obviously, because part of the moon's magic in the Metonic calendar, which is a 19-year calendar, that's defined by years of 12 moons or years of 30 moons, and they're in an exact pattern in the Metonic calendar. And the Metonic calendar was used until about the 18th century. There are many versions of it as far away as Estonia that has copies. They have copies of these Metonic sticks with staves and festival days written over the 19-year period in the Vatican. But the idea is that some years there are 13 moons, and so it means that there are 13 menstrual cycles for women, and this makes 13 a deeply creative, sacred number, the number of life creation. It doesn't just have to apply to women, though. It's a number that can apply to moments when we step out of time in our creativity. And I think there's more of that energy coming. There was that frequency of 12 earlier being stacked up and full. It's almost like we've got to burst into the 13, 13, 13, 13. And now that's 5 13s. So, oh, I missed them. Yeah, it's Orthumbla. Or Ulthumbla. It's interesting that there's a holy cow and then there's a holy cow in Hinduism. Ideas of truths roll all over the place. Now, this one is newer. Waken to the new body codes. Waken to the new blueprint within you. Waken to the new emotions waiting to be processed and opened or resonated through your body and your biome as you bring your energy back in. So pause, be still, static, need. This is about moving into an energy and not rushing, no nudging people. Don't try and manipulate. Accept, understand, comprehend what it is you need for your future. Yes, magenta for me is Jupiter and the energy wings in sound healing. But it might all change. Everything feels like it's changing at the moment. It feels like the shadow is being slowly lifted, and the age of Aquarius will take on a new shining frequency. But it will tie into the age of Aries, age of heroes frequency, the individual that's growing. And so we've got Björk again, 669. Oh my goodness. So this is 969, because this is 45. And then this is 669, because this is 18. This is all Tesla coding. It's like the frequency of the magic in everything is transforming. Beautiful. I know, I love a bit of Tesla. I'm not taking that one. That all felt a little bit clumsy. I'm glad they're free. Have they got a battery to store the electricity? So, come on, Alchemy of Astrology. Let's have a little ending message. Hang on, there's someone I haven't sung hello to. Wassail, Grace, Gravity. Oh, you've got your deck. That's fabulous. I think you're the first person to tell me you've got your deck. I bumped into a subscriber today who was waving at me, and I didn't know who it was, but she said, I follow you online. And I'm so sorry, but your name has hit my head. It began with a J or a G. I was so stressed about well, I wasn't really. I was just trying to get printers. I really wanted this deck printed for today, but it was so lovely. I went into her gallery that she has. She might be here now, and she can remind me her name. Wassail, Nicola Shinde. So, we've got Vesta and Eris, which is a 7-7. 7-7-7-7-7. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sevens here. Wassail, fire of Marduk. And then we got Salt. So, and that's another 9. But so we've got here 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So this is like a bonus, something energetically that's coming. It's interesting that it's Vesta is the hearth light, the inextinguishable fire, and being forever in power. And this is to do with bringing your sun to illuminate your emotions. So somehow this energy of moving, shifting your life force into the now will transform your emotions. It's like Eris is a moral compass challenge. This is an energy that feels like it's coming in July when the nodes transform from Taurus and Scorpio into Aries and Libra. And that will mark a new beginning for the next eclipse tunnels, although they don't fully change because one of them's still in Scorpio. Must be the solar eclipse. I have to check later. So there's some kind of... This is the chaotic creatrix. There's a sense of... how do I want to describe this? So, like a kind of pregnancy magic, but this pregnancy is like creativity. But there's also this energy of, I'm seeing this real sort of like, it's like a gender fluidity of thoughts and emotions, because Vesta's never seen in a human form. She's spoken to in fires, she's scried in the fires, and often she comes through as the mother phallus. And that was an energy I was picking up today when I was walking in town. And I just kept thinking, I love the notion, sounds so weird, of the mother phallus. but I don't really fully yet understand it as a concept, but I think it's a growing notion. The chaotic creatrix is that energy somehow. It's like a transformative energy, and it's got this materialization with salt that's making something new out of you. So I'm picking up a lot of the mother phallus energy being the point at which our higher heart, the Venus pink F sharp heart, connects with our biome and body energy so that we can actually understand our place in the physical world. So it's kind of like the notion of creating something new. So this energy is inserting our consciousness as the mother phallus into the physical body of our being and our biome, and coming into a new balanced energy. A new balanced energy in the real world. You know, the point at the middle where one heart meets the other and creates the third kind of aquamarine heart. Conquering our emotions. That's what I'm getting from it. Because that's been bothering me all day. Sometimes when I pick things up, I don't know how to quite connect. All day long I've been having mother phallus. Now I get it. I have to change the words and make it make more sense. Maybe that's why I couldn't print the cards. Because they didn't have the full scope. So, here we have conjunction. See? 0 degrees. 2 hearts becoming one new heart in balance. Merging focused intentions. In the heart of magic. Fabulous. And then planet Earth, it's almost like us merging with our heart so that we're better placed in the earth. Universal solar year seed. So it's interesting that we're coming out now here with this energy of the earth. It's about this eclipse being the sun and the moon in opposition, but they're bringing us into a conjunction with our two different forces, our spirit and mind, and our body and biome. It's not mind, body, and spirit. It's spirit and mind, body and biome, and bringing them back together, bringing them into a conjunction. So let's go to the Liffruma deck to end. You can buy the Liffruma deck online at liffruma.com. So, interesting. They're just saying, just point out that the moon reading begins with the life force of the sun and ends with the life force of you merging with the earth, 1617. It's just a step away, but don't rush it, don't nudge it. So let's just... Oh! I saw it! The pink alien, Liffruma itself, is here to end the reading. And it's saying, have you got yours, yeah? There it is. I don't know why, but the pink alien is really, really staring. I think the pink alien has something to do with the great cosmic attractor. Let's get... Oh, look, so we've got Liffruma in this part. The moon's Liffruma. Move. See this Liffruma? Move Liffrumically. So Liffruma means the source of God, the source of love. Move towards Liffruma. The reading ends with everyone being in Liffruma. And the story of the card is the Elven Light. So when I was in Portugal, I went to a great dolmen. And while I sat there, I saw a whole ring of elves standing all around me. And they were both holding hands, but they also weren't holding hands. But they were one frequency. And although I don't know how many were all around me, but they were billions. They were all life. And they were all humming tones that hold the physical world's atoms in a frequency of love, especially during moments of darkness. They sing even though the energy of chaos tries to drown that out. So the poem on Liffruma is, the elven ring is the singing of love. This sound resounds from high above everything and hums below, a long, slow ground bass flow. Core of frequency, vibrations holding form, animating all atoms throughout time and beyond. Bask in the bliss, but know this: you are a voice in that elven light. You are here, alive, and there, holding tones for all and everything. We are all one in Liffruma. I absolutely love this card. So I need a rune for it. And it won't be Liffruma because it's already out here. So here we have, actually it's this way up, 32. Towardness, the future. The energy of the Gununga gap held inside the space of the now. It's the energy that you're storing, that frequency I spoke about earlier, that's coming back towards us. Yes, here and healed, exactly, Kiki. Wassail, Kiki, love your left. So yes, Liffruma is the future. Love is the future. It's like a cloud of grey, and that's what the Waken card was all about here. The clouds of grey will drift away, and they will leave just the light. Love is the future. Source is the future. The pink alien is the future. So, I don't know what the time is, but I have to keep an eye on it because I have to go and dress for a party. Going down to do a Lunar Eclipse birthday party. So that was our lunar message. The message is Liffruma is the future. It's also the now. And you can buy it now on liffruma.com. And the more decks you can sell and buy to others, the sooner we'll be able to make the bag of ceramics as well. So, just a little encouragement, me nudging you. So, thank you all for being part of this journey, this ongoing Liffruma journey, and the beginning of this Alchemy of astronomy that's also going to be coming. So have a beautiful eclipse. What is the eclipse? Is in an hour. It's in an hour. It's so close now. So I've got to dash. Been dashing around all morning. I so wanted to get these printed, but I couldn't. So beautiful people. I'm so glad to do that reading, and then I'll pick up hopefully tomorrow on the zodiac readings for the rest of May. Wassail, Karma Control, TV and radio. So everybody have a beautiful eclipse. And I'll see you either tomorrow or I might just have a little chill day because I haven't had one of those. So look, at the bottom of the day is another 13 apple bearer. It's all about the 13. So have a beautiful weekend. Happy Liffruma eclipse. Exactly, Olga. You enjoy yours. And don't forget, everybody, if you're around on the 17th, if you're in Wales, in the Snowdonia area, you can go and see Olga's exhibition up a mountain of quartz. It's beautiful energy up there. It's worth a trip. So, wassail, beautiful people, beautiful people. And all go out and buy Liffruma. So wassail narendra. So I'm off now, so you'll all have to stop talking.